Good, bright, and beautiful morning, everyone. You know what? I decided to switch things up just a little bit today. I think it goes without saying, I highly recommend the book Kitchen Table Wisdom, written by Rachel Naomi Remen, who's an MD. She also has a book that's fantastic as well that's called My Grandfather's Blessings. So, highly recommend both of those. But I thought, you know what? I want to switch things up just a little bit. I actually want to read something to you that I wrote back in 2017. It was a blog that I wrote, and I think it could be kind of timely right now. So, the title, and I'm reading from my website here. So, the title of the blog is What is the Color of Your Life? So, here we go. This morning, I finished reading a fantastic book that I purchased in an estate sale the weekend prior. It is called My Stroke of Insight by Jill Bolte Taylor, who's a PhD. What intrigued me to buy the book was the brief write-up on the back cover that mentioned the left brain and the right brain and how the author, after having a stroke, stepped to the right and could feel euphoria. First, I highly recommend this book. Second, to give a brief background about the author, at the age of 37, she was a Harvard-trained brain scientist who experienced a massive stroke in the left hemisphere of her brain. As a reminder, for everyone reading this, the left side of our brains is our logical side, and the right side of our brains is our creative and our feelings side. While she was recovering for 8 years, yes, 8 years, she had to piece back so many things that she had learned throughout her life. One of these things was color. After her stroke, she could not see three-dimensional, including seeing colors. This was realized when her mother had purchased her a 12-piece puzzle to put together. In order to put together this puzzle, she had to relearn many aspects, including turning all the pieces right side up. Her fantastically brilliant and patient mother explained every step of the process to her, showing her that the side with images on them was the right side up. Her mother then had to explain to her and show her what the straight edge pieces were. Once the frame was put into place, it was a matter of connecting the pieces so that they looked like the image on the box. She was having a very difficult time with this step, so her mother suggested that she connect pieces that had the same color. It was at this point that she had to think about the word color and what it was. She had to do this with so many words, thinking about them and saying them to herself until they reappeared into her memory and brain banks. While she was thinking of the word color, all of a sudden, not only the word color and its meaning popped back into her head, so did her ability to see color again. The author was so amazed at this that it only took something being mentioned to be used as a tool, and there it was, making itself known right in front of her. After I read this section in the book, it made me wonder, what are we missing in our lives because we were never told or reminded of something? When she was told to use color as a tool to help her build a puzzle, it stirred up in her the question of what is color. Then it made her search her memory banks. Then when she finally remembered what color was, she immediately regained her ability to see color. Does the same work if someone tells you how beautiful your soul is? What about how capable you are? What about telling you that you can make a difference in this world? When someone has a very dark soul, is that because no one told them they didn't have a dark soul? When someone lacks confidence, is that because no one told them they believed in them? Another thing I found fascinating in this book is how the left side and the right side of the brains work. A great example she gave of stroke victims who had their left hemisphere damaged was those who could no longer talk. Talking is intellectual, and that comes from your left side. However, singing is creative and comes from the right side of your brain. Therefore, some stroke victims relearned how to talk by singing first. I love this. Talk about teamwork and making something happen. And it tells you that your brain must work together, that no one side of your brain is better or more important than the other. I say this for those who feel it is better to be intellectual than creative, or vice versa. Do you have hidden inside of you a color that is waiting to get out? Maybe you can feel a burning desire to accomplish something in your life, but you don't know how to go about getting it. The good news is that there are people and seminars and teachings that can help you find your color. If you look into places that make you feel comfortable, give you good energy, and can help you find your colors, you will be surprised at what can be uncovered in your life. Just as this author experienced, the mere use of a word that was new to her triggered her to not only understand the word, but to also see the word. You will experience this too if you seek the right type of support in groups that will help to grow your vocabulary in more ways than one. If you are a parent, grandparent, teacher, aunt, or uncle, or anyone who has the ability to affect a child, please do so in the most positive and effective manner. Tell the children in your life that they are smart, capable, beautiful, inside and out, responsible, loving, compassionate, and kind. Do not ever let them wonder, ever. Tell them so that they know it and nothing is left to chance. They need to know that there are hundreds of colors in this world and they can paint any picture for their life that they desire with those colors. And P.S., when you do this, maybe one day you could hear those children say something very similar as this about you. Written by the author about her mother when she came to be by her daughter's side and immediately upon seeing her daughter in the hospital bed, flipped the bed sheet over and crawled in bed with her daughter to hold her and comfort her just as a child. The child that she was temporarily, again, would need. Having been born to my mother was truly my first and greatest blessing. Being born to her a second time has been my greatest fortune. Oh, I love that. So anyways, I'm glad I did this, and damn, I liked what I wrote back in 2017, and I am glad I'm sharing it with all of you. And as you know, I'm doing this series of videos right now to tie everything back into our worldwide pandemic that we are all facing right now, and trying to find ways to be positive and get ourselves through this time. And you know what? I keep saying the phrase collective lull, but I think many of us are in that. And even if we are working from home, we're saving time on commuting, and maybe we're actually taking a lunch hour now or something like that. So we do have some extra time in our day. And I really just kind of hope and pray that, maybe people can take this time to identify what are all the colors in our life. What do we need to remind ourselves of? And the whole point with all of that is just simply to remember, that we're all beautiful. We all have a beautiful soul inside of us. And also that, we make an impact on nearly everyone that we touch. And so those of you who are quarantined right now with a child, my God, please use this time to just remind them just how beautiful they are, how smart they are, talented they are, capable they are. Those are things that even adults cannot hear enough of. But if you are actually programming a child's mind, and doing this before they're at the age of 7, because they live in a state of theta until they're 7, I'll cover that in another video. But anyways, it's so important because it's really penetrating their subconscious mind, which is so very, very important. And I also hope that, some of us might need to end up rebuilding ourselves a little bit after, the economy starts to recover and things like that. And now more than ever, it might be time for us to remember all of these colors, which I'm going to equate right now to strength that we have in our soul, and to just remind ourselves of what we're made up of, and to grab onto those things when we're going to need them the most. So I hope this resonates. If you guys are interested in more blogs, but you know what? Damn, I wrote these things. Maybe I'm going to start, reading my own material. But anyways, if you are interested, my website is ConnieJoHolmes.com. And I have a blog section, and you'll see that I haven't written anything lately, and I need to change that. But anyways, enjoy. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.